Good morning, students. Today I have explained subject Computer Studies, Standard 12th, lesson number 4, Introduction to E-commerce, Part 2. Today's first topic, Advantage of E-commerce. With the growth of internet, companies are finding new and exciting way to expand their business. Today, we can hardly find any successful company which do not use computers in their everyday business activities. E-commerce provides multiple benefits to the in the form in the form of availability of goods at lower cost, wider choice and save times. E-commerce sales would rise in the coming years with the availability of faster broadband services and new applications. And some advantage of e-commerce are listed below. So that is the advantage of e-commerce. Using a e-commerce, a business can operate anywhere and anytime. Customers are also benefit by getting a wide range of products for selection at lower cost due to competition among the vendors and eliminations of distributors or intermediaries for selling the products. With e-commerce, business can reach to millions of customers in an instance, which is not possible in any conventional mode of marketing. E-commerce provides proved and better customer service. A merchant can email its support about the new product and can also solve the product related problems. E-commerce helps organizations to work together. Doing business electronically is such faster than using the traditional methods. Other advantages of e-commerce are as follow. First is conduct business 24 by 7. That means using e-commerce, a business can operate anywhere and anytime. The business activities do not remain time bound. A customers can purchase a product any hours of the day. Hence, an order can also be accepted at any hours of the day. That is a conduct business 24 by 7. Second is a lower cost. Lower cost, that means using internet for business activities can reduce the cost of marketing, distributions, phone, postage, printing, and many other such activities. In e-commerce, requirement of physical uh, physical store space or infrastructure investment in minimal. The cost of opening an physical store is very high as compared to doing business on internet. Customers are also benefited by getting a wide range of products for selection at lower cost due to competition amongst the vendor and eliminations of distributor or intermediaries for selling the products. Next is a no boundaries or geographically limitations. That means a physical store is limited by its geographical area or services. With e-commerce, business can reach out to millions of customers in an instance which is not possible in any conventional mode of marketing. It has the ability to reach potential buyers easily, further creating a new markets. Global coverage can be reached through creating a website and uploading it on the internet. That is no boundaries or geographical limitations. Next is improve the better customer services. As there is a direct communications with the customers, it is possible to solve their queries related to the price, quality, features of the products and others, thus resulting in a better customer service. For companies that do business with other companies, adding customer service online is a competitive advantage. Online customer service make customers happier. E-commerce gives a better and quicker customer services. Information can be shared easily on internet. A merchant can email its customers about the new products and can also solve the products related problems. That is a improved and better customer services. Next is a teamwork. E-commerce helps organizations to work together. One good example is the use of email, which helps people to exchange information. It has changed the way organizations interact with suppliers, vendors, business partners, and customers. More the interactions, better is the result. That is a teamwork. And the next is a eliminate travel time and cost. The customers do not have to travel long distance to reach their preferred physical store. E-commerce allows them to visit the same store virtually with a few mouse clicks. That is eliminate travels and time and costing. Next is a speed. Doing business electronically is much faster than using the traditional method. The speed of business transactions increase significantly as delay for communications is avoided by conducting transactions online. Business organizations can generate purchase orders and send it to supplier online without a delay. Suppliers can receive and process the other quickly. This also helps in reducing the shipping time. Information appearing on the internet can be changed rapidly. This gives business organizations the ability to inform the customers of any change in the product or services offered by the companies. E-commerce also provides the following benefits to the society. Buy from home, office or any places. Less traveling to purchase a product, which further reduce pollutions and traffic. Healthcare services, distance learning and educations. That is a e-commerce also provide the following benefits to the society. And there limitations of e-commerce. Although e-commerce has a limit of advantage, it also has some limitations and disadvantages. However, with passage of time, many of the limitations may disappear. Following are some of the limitations of e-commerce. First is resistance to change. Business organizations needs to change from traditional business to e-commerce, which is faced by a lot of resistance. People need to get used to paperless and faceless business transaction. That is a resistance to change. Next is a initial cost. E-commerce require a significant initial investment in new technologies, which can change the company's core business processes. It also requires investment in hardware and software technologies. The staff training is needed to understand the way of conducting the business using a e-commerce. That is a initial cost. Next is a security. A primary concern in e-commerce is security. The data or information traveling on the internet related to the company or an individual should be protected by unauthorized access. Internet provides universal access, but companies should protect their asset from malicious or accidentally misuse. That is a secured purpose. Limitation of security. Next is the privacy. The privacy of the customers' information is a serious issue. Customers hesitate to share their personal information on the internet due to fear of misuse. Many times, the company sells their database information to marketing companies, and they uh, it turns an unwanted, that means spam mails to the customers. The hackers also might uh, intercept the information on the internet and misuse the data. Credit card fraud result into financial loss to the customers. The protection should be provided from hackers, viruses, transfer of data, and transaction risks. That is a limitation of e-commerce. That is a privacy. Next is a lack of trust. Sometimes business fraud like non-delivered or product, incorrect information on the product, lack of security for payment transactions creates dissatisfaction amongst the customers. Also, returning defective goods purchased online can be difficult issue. The common concern here are who pays the return postage. Will full refund by made by the merchant, and whatever the product will reach to their original source. And next is a time for delivery of products. In a physical store, we select the product and leave with the product in our hands. In e-commerce, we often buy products that are not visible locally, which means the product needs to delivered, which takes time and cost money. The cost of shipping charge in an overhead in case the product is ordered from a distant places. Perishable products like fruit, vegetable, and other are not preferred to be purchased online. Online stores does not provide the opportunity to touch, wear, or feel the products. Therefore, online selling of such products like a cloth and furniture might be tricky. Tricky. Payment on e-commerce are most often conducted using credit card facilities, and a result very small and very large transactions are not preferred to be conducted online. Timely update of informations and services are often a problem in case of small organizations trying to establish their business online. E-commerce is dependent on the internet, and any problem in the internet connectivity causes business risks. That is a limitation of e-commerce. And next topic is e-commerce business models. The business model of e-commerce are defined based on the parties involved and the type of business activities or services provided. Many business models have been proposed for e-commerce, but the following are the most popular amongst all. Generally, the classification is done on the basis of who is selling to whom. That is a main four business model. First is a business to consumer, that is a customer, B2C. Business to business, that is B2B. Consumer to consumer, that means C2C. And consumer to business, that means C2B. I will explain one by one. First is a business to consumer, that means B2C. Business to consumer refers to business and organizations that sell products or services to consumer over the internet using a website. This is the type of e-commerce that the consumer are most likely to see on the internet. It has gained highly popularity amongst consumers due to simplify and fast way to buy a product. B2C also includes services like online banking, real estate service, travel service, and many more. Flipkart is a popular website for purchasing a variety of goods. Example, uh, B2C, that is a website for Amazon.com, Reddit.com, Febmart.com, and Flipkart.com. And that is a homepage of Flipkart. That is the most popular in the website B2C models. Next is a business to business model, that means B2B. Business to business refers to e-commerce activities between different business organizations. It enables the business to form e-relationship with their suppliers, distributors, and other agents. In business to business, both the seller and the buyer are business entities. This allows more transparency among the business entities involved and result in more efficiency. B2B websites is a commodity.com and tradeindia.com, that is a B2B models website. Next is a consumer to consumer model, C2C model. Any internet user can become a vendor or a purchaser at C2C website. Auction sites are good example of C2C model. Some example of C2C websites are ebay.com, quicker.com, olx.com. That is a C2C model. Next model is a G2B, that means a government to business. Government to business refers to the services and information provided by the government to the business organizations. Though vast network of government websites, this business model is a part of e-governance initiative. Various forms can be filled and submitted online to the related government offices. And the example of website is incometaxindia.gov.in is the website of Income Tax Department of Government of India. And next is a e-commerce business model, government to citizens, that is a G2C. Government to citizen is also a part of e-governance. The objective of this business model is to provide good and effective services to individual citizens. The website provides information regarding various government department, various welfare scheme, different application form to be used by the citizens, etc. The Gujarat government has developed its own network called a Gujarat State Wide Area Network, GSWAN. For this purpose, and it is available online on www.gswan.gov.in. That is a government to citizen model, and that is a homepage of GSWAN website. Next model is a government to government, that means G2G. G2G refers to online non-commercial communications between the government agencies, organizations and department with other government agencies, organizations and department. The sharing of information help in reducing IT cost, streamlined produces and government offices can be more efficient. That is a business model of G2G, government to government. This topic is over and lesson is also over. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.